Hello guys, welcome back to learning microcontrollers. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a laser based object counter device using a PIC16F877A microcontroller. This is our PIC16F877A DIP version having 40 pins. This is an LDR and this is a laser module. You can use any laser found in the market or a toy laser etc. LDR is your target and laser you can use any type of laser. I am using this cheap laser module because it's easily available and it has good pin out to use your wires. So guys, this cheap setup having a PIC, a cheap LDR, a cheap laser module, let me show you how to make it worth hundreds, thousands. So this is our pin 1 and this is our pin 2 of the PIC. You name one as in, other as ground. You can shuffle these two pins as you like, doesn't matter. The in pin goes to VCC of the PIC. From the ground you take out your ADC value. You can use any available ADC channel. I am using A0, that is pin 2. And we are gonna need a 10 kilo ohm resistor to interface an LDR with the PIC. You connect the ground pin to the one end of the resistor. From the other end of the 10K resistor, it goes to ground, common ground. Now LDR is connected. Now we get to our laser module. The side where S is written, that is the signal pin. This is the 5 volt pin, the center one, the bottom one is the ground. So you connect ground to the common ground, 5 volt to the VCC, and signal to any available digital input output pin. For continuous laser, you can simply use a jumper on pin center and signal pin as you like. But I'm gonna give it signal from the PIC. So this is our total setup of LDR and laser module. For output and for the purpose of calibration, I am gonna use this 16:1 cheap LCD having no backlight. To interface this LCD with the PIC, we need 3-pin variable resistor to adjust the contrast. Let me show you how to do the connection. Pin number 1 to 16 from left to right, if you hold the LCD like this, are found on the port at the top of the LCD. You connect pin number 1 and 5 of the LCD with the pin 1 of the variable resistor, then send it to common ground. Pin 2 of the variable resistor is the adjustable pin. This will go to pin 3 of the LCD. Pin 3 of the variable resistor goes to pin number 2 of the LCD and then it goes to the common 5 volt. Now pin number 4 is the RS pin. You can use any available digital input output pin of the PIC. I am using C0, that is pin 15. For enable, I am using C1. For data pin 4, I am using C2. For data pin 5, I am using C3. For data pin 6, I am using D0. For data pin 7, I am using D1. Rest of these pins, they are like 6 pins. 7, 8, 9, 10 are for 8-bit mode while we are using 4-bit. 15, 16 for backlight, and as told earlier, this LCD has no backlight. So we do not need these pins. Now what's going to happen is that when laser is not on, or either it's being barred by an object, laser is not on, its value is below 457, LDR is having no value like it's 400, 350, normal room value like the light in the room. But whenever laser is on and it's hitting the target, LDR is being hit by the laser beam, the value goes above 900, like 950, or it will be a high value nearing 1900, 950, 960, etc. But whenever the laser is being barred, like there is something in between barring the laser from hitting the target, it means the value is below 500 or 600. So it remains like 400, 430, a low value. But again, when the laser hits the target, it means whenever the laser is hitting the target, it means there is something barring it and it's an object, and we need to detect an object, and we can use this LDR like this to detect an object. So see, the value is above reaches 1000. Again the laser is being barred. This means there is something in between like an object. So it means whenever the value is below 900 or 700, there is an object and quantity is 1, and whenever it hits the target, it means quantity should remain the same because there is nothing in between. But again something is barring, the laser is being interrupted and LDR is not receiving the higher value, like beam is not hitting the LDR. It means there is again an object. So quantity increases and by another 1, the counter increases. Now the value is 2. Again laser is hitting its normal, there is nothing in between, but again there is something interfacing, something interrupting the laser beam from hitting the target, that is LDR. It means there is an object, so counter increments by 1. In this way guys, I'm gonna show you how we make this device. Let's get to the MikroC for PIC coding. This is our MikroC for PIC. I zoom it a bit. You go to the start page. First of all, you click on new project. click on next. I give it a name, Laser Learning Microcontroller. I'm using a PIC16F877A. Crystal I'm using is 20 megahertz. Click on next, 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 and finish. First of all, we need to initialize the LCD. Go to Library Manager on the right. Click on LCD. Click on LCD INIT. Here you go. Then in the example here you have 4-bit LCD initialization parameters. You copy it till here. Then you go back, place it above the one-time loop here. Now for RS we are using C0. For EN we are using C1. For D7 we are using D1. For D6, D0, C3 and C2 as shown in the presentation. If you are using any other pinout, you simply change these values and LCD will work fine. I have these pins available, so I am using them. Again, for the direction, do the same. For RS we are using C0, C1 for enable, D1 for D7, D0, C3 and finally C2. Now initialize the LCD. For this, use this command LCD INIT. This will initialize these pins as defined above. Give some initialization delay. 1 second will be good. Now we are also using an ADC pin. Initialize the ADC pins as well to work with the LDR. Use this command. It will initialize all the ADC pins on the PIC. Now we are using a pin that is B7 to send signals to the laser module. So initialize it as well. B.F7, that was pin B7 as output. Now give it an initial state, that is initially it should be off until I don't give it a command to turn on. So give some initialization delay, 100 will be good. Okay, now we have our pin initialized, LCD initialized, ADC modules initialized. Now we go to our forever loop. First of all, I will write a program for the purpose of calibration, then we will do our main programming. So this is while one, it means forever loop. Now first of all we need to read value from the LDR. For that we need an float variable to store the value LDR, and we cannot display floats directly on the LCD, so we need to convert it to a string. We use a 5-array string like LDR1 having 5 arrays, like it can store 5 letters. So now we first of all read value. To read the value, you click here in the library manager, you go to ADC, click on ADC read. You have this example, you copy it, paste it here. To store the value we are using LDR. ADC read from which channel? Channel 0. I am using A0. In this way our value will be received and stored in float called LDR. So give some initialization delay, 100 will be good, right? MS. Okay, now we convert it to string to be displayed on the LCD. Float to str, LDR to LDR1, and further we simply give some initialization delay, and finally we display it on the LCD. LCD out CP. I am using the cursor in the calibration. Okay, in this way it will be displayed on the LCD. Now for how long it should be kept on displayed on LCD before clearing? For half second. Now we clear the LCD for new values. Go to LCD CMD. Here you have this LCD CMD clear. You copy it and place it here. Okay, now what's gonna happen is that LDR will store the value received from pin A0, that is pin 2, and it will be converted to a char, and then it will be displayed on the LCD. Then LCD will be cleared for new values. Click on build this code. Let me introduce you to the hardware. This is the hardware I am having here. This is an LDR. This is a laser sensor I am using. This is an LCD 16:1 with no backlight, and this is our PIC16F877A microcontroller. So let's get started. Okay, the program, we open the PIC Kit3 programmer, select the program you just wrote. Its name is Microcontroller Laser Learning Microcontroller. Laser Learning, click on write. Okay, as you can see, the code is being written. The laser is being fired because I am using pin B7 as signal pin, so it's firing the laser. So the code is being written successfully. Now see what happens. We give 5 volt from the PIC. So as you can see, when there is no laser, we are receiving values below 517, 509, 500, below 600. That is a room light. So now go to MikroC for PIC, we fire the laser as well. Here you add, we gave this 0, we make it 1. Once and for all, that laser will remain on. Okay, we make it 1, go back, click on build again, click on write. Okay, the new code is being written. In this code, laser will be fired continuously, and we see what happens when there is laser and when there is no laser. So now the new code is written. See, the laser is on and laser is being fired directly. So when there was no laser, value was below 600, but now it has reached above 900. So again I interrupt the laser, so value falls below 500. As you can see, again laser hits the target, value is above 900. So laser below value, like we can take, like when it is below 700, the laser is being interrupted and there is an object in front. But in the normal case, laser is hitting the target, that there is no object in between, then the value is above 900. So I can take like above 800, there is no object, and below 700 there is an object. Like see, it's below 700 there is an object, and above 800 there is no object. So we do the programming now. We have our parameters. Calibration is done. So let's zoom it in a bit. See, after this you write, if LDR is below 700, it means there is an object. But when there is an object, what should happen? We will need a counter which will increment by 1. So we write int count, and we cannot display count directly on the screen. We use a char by 4. It's better, it is always better to use the same name for char strings as just add 1 or 2, so you keep it in your mind. So now we have our float. It will read value from the LDR, store value, and then it will be converted. For the purpose of calibration we needed this. Now we no longer need this, so you can delete this. And we need a counter, and counter to be displayed to the LCD in a string form. So first of all we do is that if there is a value is received, then counter is incremented by count equal to count plus 1. So whenever LCD falls below 700, then at such a time counter is incremented by 1, and initial value of the counter will be equal to 0, like this. And for the purpose of, if there is a rackback value during initialization, it will again make it 0. So initially counter is at 0 when an object is detected, like laser has fallen below 700, then it is incremented by 1. But now the problem lies in the fact that as long as the laser is in front, the laser is interrupted, counter should not increment more than 1. When for one interruption only the quantity is 1. There should be no timing, like if I place something in front, it remains there for a whole month, it should remain 1. It should not increment like whenever there is an object in front. When below 700, only 1 incrementation. For that we use a do while loop. Okay, this is the syntax of a do while loop. There is our condition, and like this. So do while will repeat itself if LDR is less than 700, like it is detecting what? The same values coming from the LDR sensor. It will again take values from the LDR sensor. See, it will keep on taking value for as long as the value do not goes above 900, or I take it as 800. But when the value goes above 800, it will break. It will break the loop, and it will jump out of it here. It will continue the rest of the program. In this way, for as long as the object is in front, the counter will remain the same. But when the object is removed, it had went above 800, the next value will be, it will start looking for the new value. that when it goes below, and when it goes below it will increment by 1, and again the same thing will happen. So now, as I told you earlier, we need to convert count, we need to display the counter count to count 1, and we do not need to display the LDR values. Here you go. And now we do not need the cursor as well. To remove the cursor, you go to library, click on LCD INIT, click here. Oh, sorry, not to the LCD INIT, you go to LCD CMD. Here you go. Here you have this command, you copy it, place it below LCD INIT. Here you place it here, remove what is inside this bracket, again go back, click on LCD CMD. Here you have this table, available LCD commands. You copy the command turn off cursor, copy this, place it inside the bracket like this. Here we copied the command, there you go. Give some initialization delay. Okay, it will do fine, 100 will do fine. Okay, now the cursor is removed. Since the cursor is removed, now we do not need the cursor. Simply LCD out. It should start writing from the other half. 2 1 second row first column, what it should write, count 1, value of the counter. And we do not need to clear the screen now, values will replace each other. For how long? 100 will be fine. Now on the first half we display quantity, a string, and we write it in the one time loop that it will remain there forever. At the first half you write in the inverted bracket, give space, QTY equal to as shown in the presentation. I'm gonna write the quantity here, 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, this is fine. This will be displayed at the first half, and on the other half we have our counter values. So you give initialization delays here as well. Okay, now LCD value will be received. Okay, LDR values will be read from the LDR by this command. Then if it is below 700, counter will increment, and it will remain incremented for as long as the object is in front. But as long as the laser hits the target again, LDR is being hit by the laser, it will break out of the loop and will display the value on the screen and will start looking for a new object. So we build this code, click on build. Okay, code built successfully. Now we burn it, click on write. Okay, the code is being changed, as you can see it's burning. Let's see what happens. Okay, the new code is burned successfully. Now as you can see, it is showing quantity 0, laser is hitting the target, everything is normal. So I place an object, object is in front, I remove the object, see it incremented by 1. I place an object, object is in front, it incremented by 2. I place an object again, it incremented by 1, 3. So 3 object has passed. I place it again, incremented by 4. Now I place it and it remains there. So it is not incrementing, you can see it is not incrementing. So this is what that do while loop is doing here. It will not allow it to increment on auto. So I remove the object, so it incremented. Now let's move it fast. Okay, new objects are passing by, objects are passing by. So guys, our coding is working fine. This is a very easy way to make this counter, laser type of counter. These are very cheap modules and sensors you can find everywhere in the electronic market, and you can convert it into something that works a lot. So you can see again I increment it. So guys, I hope you guys learned something from this video. Thank you very much for your time and have a nice day.